Hey guys, Ramsey here. Welcome to a new camera. So I am testing out some new equipment today, and I wanted to go live and see what you guys thought. I know it's kind of out of the blue. Another out of the blue stream, which I actually didn't think I would be able to do today. And I'm testing it in kind of a new setup as well. So I'm curious as to what you guys think. Good evening, Kevin. Welcome, my friend. Tell me, can you hear me okay? Number one. Number two, how does it look? And let's see what it looks like with a bottle shown to you guys. So I have invested in some new equipment, and the mic is actually on the way. The new lights are on the way. I got one of those like movie studio spotlight things, so we'll really be able to see the bottle. But this was actually my scent of the day. Oh, this is going to take some getting used to. This is different than what I'm accustomed to. So this is actually my scent of the day, and it is Rien. Yeah, this is gonna I'm gonna look like a rookie. Rien Intense Incense. Are you guys familiar with this one? I absolutely love this juice. How's the sound quality? Just curious, because I have a mic, finally a real mic. I'm turning into a real YouTuber, Mom. I have a real mic coming, and it's not a cheap one. It's actually an expensive mic. And so once we add the mic to the new camera, I'm hoping for some solid results. I feel like some previous trolls gave me some hard time about the quality of my setup. And actually, to be fair, one of them made a good point. They were giving me a hard time, but they basically said that, if you're going to do stuff like interview Liz Moores and, do real things like that, you can't have your audio cutting in and out all the time. And so while I think that the content of the channel is absolutely, it's the kind of stuff that I would want to watch if when I watch YouTube, fragrance videos, but I felt like maybe let's see, the sound is soft. I wonder if I can turn up the volume somehow. Let's take a look. Audio. I do have it on automatically adjust mic volume. How about now? Is this better? I just turned it up all the way. No more fishbowl so far. All right. That's a Rizzle D says no more fishbowl, so we're moving on up. I turned my sound up. Sounds better. It was me. Okay, cool. Thanks for that, Mike. I feel like the channel is slowly moving in the right direction. So this is how the lives will go. I don't know if I'm going to shoot my videos with this or if I'm going to use a different camera. I still have to kind of figure it all out. But once the actual new light comes and the new camera comes, there should be no more fishbowl, no more Houston, can you hear me? Houston, we have a problem. No more of that. It's gonna be all fragrance, and you'll be able to pick up every little detail. So I'm excited. I feel like we're slowly moving in the right direction. And I have some unboxings for you guys today. So while this is basically a stream that is really just for checking the camera and the sound and making sure you guys can hear me and all that good stuff, this is also going to be an unboxing video along with a couple other things. So we'll have a good time. There's nothing scheduled today necessarily. We're free. We're free to go in any direction that you guys want. Granted, we keep it probably within a couple hours or so. All right. Mike says the picture is nice. Good. That makes me happy. Actually, there is even a higher picture quality because this is only 780 maybe, I think, or 720. I think you can go to 1080p. But StreamYard actually wants you to pay an even higher price than the already high price of the annual contract that I have with StreamYard. And so do I even want to pay a higher price so you guys can see the pores in my face and, you know, see the detail in the ridges of the bottle? Probably not. You know, showing the bottle on this is actually going to be tougher than what I'm used to, though. It's usually pretty easy to cover up my face, but this is actually going to make it even tougher. I'm going to have to practice. I'm going to have to practice my Vanna White skills. Ooh, countdown to Les Abstraits, January 24th. In honor of Les Abstraits, I'm wearing a fragrance that Antoine Lee originally created. I don't know if he created the flanker, but I know he did the original Rien. And, you know, I'm not 100% sure if he did the flanker as well, but I'm so glad that I got the big boy bottle. I got the 100 ml because I love this stuff. I wore it to work today. Absolutely stunning stuff. Masculine through and through. It feels like there's a little bit of that castoreum touch that he ended up using so brilliantly in last year's La Douleur Exquise from 2022, the fragrance of the year for me. And you know, he's just a master at animalic, so it's lovely. Let's catch up on the comments. Yes, Scuba Ram is no more. 21 gun salute to Scuba Ram. Scent of the day, Azzaro Pour Homme Vintage. A beauty, Dushan, a very big beauty. You know, I'm considering backing that up. It deserves to be backed up. It's one of the best, you know, barbershop fougères of all time. Do you like that anise note? Are you a fan of that anise opening? Or do you prefer the fougères without the anise? Because I really feel like the anise adds this quality that is, you know, it just makes it so distinct. You know, the anise is like this line in the sand. Some people love it. Some people hate it. What do you think, Dushan? I'm a fan of it. I'm just curious what you think. Let's see what the comments are saying. Much better video and sound. Good. Good to hear it. That makes me happy. I was worried. I was very worried, you know, because this is actually just the camera. So this is the mic from the camera. So once the actual microphone shows up, then we're going to be cooking with grease. Scent of the day, Serge Lutens Chergui. Beautiful. Good evening, Ram. I have a question. If you had to choose one, Queer Canage or Leather Oud, which would it be? Oh, Dean. Personally, I would probably pick Leather Oud because I already have Roja's Great Britain right here. Because I think Great Britain is, you know, a little bit better version of Queer Canage. Is it worth 10 times the money? I don't think so. Or Roja dropped the price on Great Britain now. It's not $2,000 anymore. It's $750 or 750 pounds. So he reduced the price. Is it worth 5 times, 3 times the price of Queer Canage? Probably not. I love Queer Canage. If you own Queer Canage, you probably don't need, you know, Great Britain. If you own Great Britain, you probably don't need Queer Canage, in my opinion. But since I have a bottle of Great Britain, I would probably go with Leather Oud. But could I pick one outright? Man, that's tough. That's like picking your favorite kids, you know. Which one of your children is your favorite? Damn, you're on. Work keeps getting in the way. Antonio, thanks for being here, man. I'm testing out my new camera. Let's do this unboxing. Let me show you guys what arrived. Actually, multiple packages arrived. Multiple unboxings. We're going to have ourselves a throwdown. I know what this is. This is from Parfums Cortana, and this is actually their newest fragrance. And it's the one that came out last year. And he meant to send it to me whenever he whenever he sent me the original sample set, but he forgot to add this one. So here we are. Parfums Cortana. Okay, beautiful. Let me set this bad boy aside. So here it is. Yeah, Quartana. How do you pronounce that? Ierofante, I'm guessing. So this is the newest one, 2 ml sample, and this has this jet fuel note. Apparently, are you guys familiar with this one? There is a jet fuel note in the top, with suede, nutmeg, smoky leather, styrax, pyrogene. I'm not familiar with that note. Pyrogene, golden amber, cashmeran, vetiver. And this is a Luca Maffei. Luca Maffei did the Harvest Mouse fragrance that I reviewed a couple days ago as well. And Victor Wong left a comment saying that, you know, even though he's a perfumer that's not as known to the mainstream, to some of these, you know, niche brands, he's very sought after. So I'm really excited about this one because I'm not used to this this camera yet. Wonder how it kind of picks things up. Is it focusing on me? I'm used to the old phone. All right, I'm going back to the phone, guys. But yes, so this made Persilase's top 10 perfumes of 2022, I should say. And so I'm really excited to try this. Suede, gasoline, nutmeg. I like how they did the acts too. They did like act 1. Of course, it's not going to focus because I don't know how this camera works yet. Obviously not as good as my phone camera with focusing. But it says act 1, suede, gasoline, accord, nutmeg. Act 2. So act 1 is ignition. Act 2 is smoky, leather, styrax, pyrogene. And then act 3 is the arrival. Golden, amber, cashmeran, vetiver. That's kind of cool. And I must admit, I like the artwork. The artwork is cool. So now I just need to figure out how to get this camera to focus. But what do you guys think of this? Do we have any fans of this? I mean, if it's in Persilase's top 10, it must be damn good. Because I know he knows his stuff. I don't like how you can't see the juice in here. All right, let's check up on some comments. Scent of the day, Modern Fahrenheit. Gives me hope that a designer can still make something good. Yes, Modern Fahrenheit's very good. Apparently, the rumor is that they came out with some, you know, ingredients and molecules that were not available in the previous decades, and it allowed them to rework the formula while being safe, but also truer to the original. Comme des Garçons Black. I've never smelled that, Germs. Never smelled that one. You know, now that I have the new camera, I can actually see your profile picture a little bit. But I can see you guys' profile picture now. Before it was just like a little blurb. So just progress everywhere today. Just progress everywhere. Scuba Ram is no more, Mike. Ah, Louder for Men. Beautiful. Beautiful, Justin. For those of you that don't know that it's Justin, they're probably like, what is this guy talking about? It's clearly Roger. Mayo Fashini, Odor 93. I've never smelled that. I've never smelled a Mayo Fashini. Yes, Ram, wearing a Zara right after shaving. The anise note is so fresh. Yes, it is. It's so fresh, and it's so distinctive, you know, like I almost feel like fougères with anise are in a category of their own, you know, versus just the fougères without the anise. Ah, Eugene, welcome. I just got done watching your beautiful video on Desandras, and We got the countdown. What is it? January 24th. It's January 17th. Tick, tick, tick. Can't wait to hear everyone's feedback on it. Have you smelled Devon yet, Eugene? Have you smelled Devon? I'm going to ask you until the answer is yes. Have you smelled Devon? Oh, it's so good. The grandfather of Desandras. I don't know if I like when I hover over the comment here. It kind of it blurs it out, makes it hard for me to read. Welcome, Eugene. Thanks for being here, man. Yes, Mr. Nizik has arrived. Sir Nizik, as we'll refer to him in future decades for the greatness of his genius work with Antoine Lee. Yeah, I'd take Leather Oud. I mean, Quircanage is very, very good. And if I didn't have a bottle of Roja's Great Britain, I would really think I'd have to think even harder on it. But since I have a bottle, it's a no-brainer. Everyone's saying hello to Eugene. Yes, the kerosene note. Someone mentioned Fahrenheit. And if you like that fuel note, apparently, so there'll be a video on this coming very soon. This Ierofante. I still think that's a very strange name, but I love the idea of the fragrance. I think brightness is a little high. Maybe that's why it's not focusing. The brightness on my little thing here. I'm just worried to turn it down because it gets so dark so quick, you know. Yeah, I'm worried to make it any. I need my movie lighting, you know, the light that I bought. It's supposed to be like soft, you know, soft movie lighting. We'll see how it actually turns out. Reflection 45. Welcome, Allie. Reflection 45. Welcome, Allie. By the way, I should mention that so many of you have been extremely kind and sent me stuff. And I know I've got more stuff coming from multiple people have reached out. I've been responding to emails all day. And so to those of you that have sent me anything, whether it's previously or in the future, or you are sending me something, thank you. I mean, it's because of you that I can continue to grow my database of scents and talk about more stuff on the channel. It's just so hard for one person to keep up. So seriously, from the bottom of my heart, if you ever send me something, thank you. I will ask for patience, though. As you can see, there are a ton of samples up there that need to be, you know, gotten to, and that doesn't even count the samples that are in here, the samples that are in here, the samples that you can't see over there. I mean, there's samples all over this place. So please be patient. I promise I will get to it if you send me something. Just use your palm as the background showing sentence your focus. Yeah, that's kind of that's what everyone does. I'm not good at that yet. I never had to do it before, you know. I'm learning. It's like watching a baby. Oh, nice. If he has this one, it's a no-brainer. Don't even hesitate. Don't even hesitate. I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. And I would love to hear Antoine Lee's thoughts on it. I'd love to hear how much Antoine Lee loves some of these vintage fragrances. Probably going to wear Yatagan to bed. Ah, beautiful. I need to wear that soon as well. Yes, welcome, Jonathan. Welcome to the new camera. I feel like a new man. Are you tanning right now? New camera, Jonathan. New camera. Maybe the lighting's a little bright. Not showing my good side. John, Rachel, welcome. All right, let's do another unboxing because I got some cool stuff here. At least I think I have some cool stuff. Wait a minute. I don't think this is a perfume. Oh, yes, it is. It has to be a perfume. She just stuck it in a Walgreens box. It threw me off. Let's see what this is. This is exciting because I don't actually remember what this is. So this could be anything. What is it? What could it be? Ah, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. So interestingly enough, very interestingly enough, someone reached out to me today and asked me about this scent and asked me about finding a vintage because I've talked about it before on the channel and I've shown the one that I got from Anuj and it's Oscar de la Renta Pour Louis. This is the one that I have currently. And if you flip it over on the bottom, you'll see that it is distributed by Sanofi. There you go. Sanofi Beauty. And before Sanofi Beauty, it was distributed by a company called Parfums Stearns. And someone reached out and they said, hey, I got a pretty good deal on this Parfums Stearns. Should I get it? And I was like, well, you can, but I've been following this guy. He had two of these. One of them was a 100 mil, and one of them was a 60 mil. I got the 60 mil. Maybe it was like 150 mil. So I got the 60 mil because that's enough juice for me, right? And I said, there's another one right there. If you want it, it's yours. He labeled this as a spray. This is a splash. Not surprising at all. It's a splash, but he labeled it as a spray. But this is the original Oscar de la Renta Pour Louis. And if you take a look at the box, which obviously didn't come with it, but he had the box with the other one. It actually has the silver star on the front of it. And that's how you can tell the very original Oscar de la Renta Pour Louis. Man, I'm going to have to get used to this camera. All right, so yeah, you can't really see it too well. But this is the original before even Parfums Stearns came out. This is the original. And so, and I got this for a steal, an absolute steal. So it's kind of hard to see the differences. Well, actually, it isn't hard to see the differences. You can see what the newer one looks like and what the vintage looks like. But the box should actually have a gold. It should have like a star on it. So there should be this like silver star on the box, and the box should be silver. And this is the original. So I'm excited. I'm excited to have a backup because this is a backup worthy juice to me. And I'm excited to get the very original issue. So yes, good times, happy days. There was still 100 mil on there. I don't know if the guy that I sent it to bought it or not, but he had reached out and said, man, I'm thinking about getting this Parfums Stearns. I was like, there you go. There's one left of the very original on eBay, and it was for a great price because I got the 60 mil. I probably should have ponied up and got the 150 because it was a spray. And sometimes these splashes are a pain because you got to decant them and all this stuff. But I wonder if the image is reversed, and that's why I'm having such a hard time with the camera. Let's take a look. Mirror my camera. Let's try this. Ah, there we go. That's better. That's better. Is it... All right, there you go. That seems more natural for me from what I'm used to. Is it, I assume the writing and everything is not reversed for you guys though, right? That didn't just break the matrix, did it? We're learning together about this new camera. Welcome, Micah. Glad to see you, my friend. Ram Venu, thanks for joining the Ram stream. Ah, Borneo 1834. I have not smelled that yet, but I told you I had a fairy god person who has some Serge Lutens connections, and he asked me to send him my Serge Lutens wet dream wish list. His name was Anthony, and he is in Toronto. He's in Toronto with Anuj, I believe. And he said he's working. Yeah, his name's Anthony Salvador. And he left a comment actually on my Akitos video that I posted on Instagram, saying that he worked. He released that fragrance, is what he said. But he said he's working on Serge Lutens order for me. I sent him my wish list. He said he's going to send them all to me. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But then I'll be able to get my nose on a bunch of Serge Lutens I've never smelled before, like Miel de Bois, Borneo 1834 is one. I sent him a whole wish list of Serges I don't have. La Mer is one I'm really excited to get to know. So if he actually comes through, that would be such a blessing. I do too, Justin. I'm a huge fan. I'm excited to try the original. Everyone always told me that if you get any version, either the true original, the Parfums Stearns, or the Parfum Sanofi Beauty, that they're all three of those distributors are amazing. It's just the modern one kind of lost a step, which is expected. You know, that's expected nowadays. But to find the vintage at the price I found it for was like, damn, what a steal that was. Hey, Geffy, welcome. Welcome, my friend. Margie Noir's in the chat. My secretary. You got your pen out just in case you have to take notes? Hey, Bri, welcome. Welcome, brother. Desandra is beautiful. What do you think of it? What do you make of it? Have you smelled Devin? And do you see a little connection to that galbanum opening? The galbanum / animalic opening. I think here it's probably a little bit more castoreum, and with Desandra's, it's a little bit more hyrax on the animalics, but they're all amazing. They're both amazing. Good evening, Nick. Welcome. Ram, you just need to white balance your camera. I don't know how to do that, actually. And if I do, there's no way I could do it now, I don't think. But I will work on that. I am not a technological genius, I can tell you that. But as long as you guys can hear me and see me better, that makes me so happy. I feel like we're moving in the right direction. The show is taking a step towards being a true Netflix documentary. Eugenius Maximus is here. Hey, JMG. Scent of the day, scent of the night, testing a 90s 5-digit batch code Fahrenheit. 100 mil I just got for $40. Still can't believe it's authentic. That is unbelievable. Someone was saying recently that maybe because the economy and everything, and some people are on hard times, that they're all of a sudden coming across fragrances that were just outrageously expensive that people are dumping, either because they're on hard times or, you know, they got to pay their bills or something like that. I don't know if that's true or not. I haven't really been looking because I don't really need any more fragrances. I try to stay away, although I did buy 3 fragrances today, but all 3 of them were only a couple $100. But there'll be an unboxing soon. But yes, they were mentioning that they think there's some dumping of collections going on. Interesting thought. Traveling, but I got to send you a civet bomb once I get home. Ajay, that would be amazing, man. That would be the only one from the new collection that I'll have that I'll be able to talk about on the channel. So just drop me an email. I'll send you my PO box. See, that's what I'm talking about. I mean, I wouldn't be able to do it without you guys. 2 A's. Ouch, that would be amazing. Oh, that would be amazing. Love Serge. Yes, I know, right? I'm still kind of skeptical. But if it does work out that it's true, that would be an amazing way to expand my Serge knowledge. Yes, pen and notepad ready to go. Am I the only schmuck that doesn't have the new release? When is it out? It actually is not out until the 24th. Tom Ford Oud Wood Intense Abrage. I heard that's totally different, right? That's totally different from the regular Oud Wood. Like, it's a completely different fragrance. January 24th, Jonathan. Mark it on your calendar. Yes, hello, Alan. Welcome. Yes, Azaro Pour Homme Intense. Ah, so we got Dushan and Azaro Pour Homme Vintage, and we've got Enrique and Azaro Pour Homme Intense. Well, let's open up the big one. This is the big one that everyone wants to see because this is from Anuj. Anuj, are you here? Are you in the chat? You should. I feel like you should be here for this as like an honorary guest or something. Good old Anuj. Good old Anuj. And the best part about Anuj is the way that this haul basically started is I was looking for a fragrance and we got to talking about specific versions and when his bottles were bought. And it turns out only the splash version of this is the older short ingredient list. So I was like, I'll take two, forget about it. And then it turned into, well, I'm already getting a haul from Anuj, so I might as well add some more things to it. And of course, Anuj being Anuj, you know he's going to throw in stuff like this that I didn't pay for. But let's dig into this bad boy, shall we? So here's the first one, and this is if this is actually what is in the box. I didn't pay for this, but this is Halston's Catalyst for Men. Let's turn the light down a skosh. Halston's Catalyst for Men. Let's turn it down some more and see what happens. Halston's Catalyst for Men. Okay, forget about it. So let's see if that's what's in here. Ah, looks like it is. Aha! So Keith Manly Sense left a comment the other day saying that, Ramsey, the aftershave of Catalyst for Men, because it's a fragrance I talk about all the time, and it's right here, and I love it. I think it's one of the most underappreciated and loved Halston fragrances out there. But he said the aftershave is actually two-tone liquid that you're supposed to shake before you use in the chemistry, set, the whole chemistry idea with the beakers. And, if you buy like the 30 mils, they come in little test tubes. I mean, this is a designer house from the 90s coming up with an idea like this. Meanwhile, the niche houses just create a stock bottle and just put everything in there nowadays and charge probably 25 times what stuff like this went for. But Keith mentioned that the aftershave is a little different scent. He said that it's not exactly the same and that it's a little different scent. And how cool is that two-tone liquid idea? You can already start to see the bottom layer starting to form down here on the bottom. So very cool. That's the aftershave of Catalyst. And if you get a chance, let me ask you guys this. If I go over here and I go to a different screen, can you guys still see this? You know what I'm gonna have to do? I'm gonna have to get a second monitor. That's what I'm gonna have to do. I'm gonna have to get a second monitor because I don't like not being able to see the chat if I go to the note breakdown. But so Halston Catalyst for Men is 1994 release, and the note listing is about a mile long. Let's see what the aftershave. Yeah, the aftershave is basically the same note listing, about a mile long. Ilias Hermendis and Harry Fremont are the perfumers. So you talk about, a couple guys who know what they're doing. Yes, good evening, Alan. So very cool. Very, very cool gift. Thank you, Anuj. You don't have to give gifts to little old me, but it is very much appreciated. So let's see if I can get to the ones that I actually did pay for. All right, so that is Catalyst. And then, so what I did is, I know I told you guys my escapade, one of my fails, and there have been some fails, but I tried to back up this. I tried to back up Bandit by Robert Piguet. And in the process of trying to back this up, I bought this, which is Bandit Pour Femme. I don't know if you can see it, but it actually says Bandit. There's a hair floating around. Bandit Femme de Robert Piguet. And I always knew that Bandit was a feminine fragrance, so this didn't bother me at all because, or it didn't jump out as strange because I knew it was a feminine fragrance. Well, I actually now found my backup, my proper backup. So here's the vintage Bandit with the short ingredient list. Man, I'm not digging the camera versus what I'm used to. Maybe because my phone, it just covered up the entire, it covered up the whole thing, so it focused on its own. But this is going to take some getting used to. But it is a short ingredient list, contains alcohol and fragrance, in case you were wondering. And so let's pull this bad boy out. Ah, yes. And I keep all my boxes. So I have this box, it's just up in the attic, but look how the Bandit box opens up. I love it. Ah, yes. There she is. There she is indeed. And this one's actually different than mine. There are some differences. Look, the cap, my cap was black. This one is gold. It's gold. What concentration are you? What are you? Speak. You're an eau de toilette. Okay. Anuj, what is the difference in the cap? Ah, it's a spray. It's a spray. That's right. It's not a splash. Okay, so now I have a spray. Very nice. Oh, and it just took the... I'll have to be careful taking this off because it took the collar off when I took the cap off. But very excited to have this. Now I feel I properly backed up Bandit. And so what I can do is I can sell this because it's not that this is a bad fragrance. It's just not the Bandit that I know and love, So we got a backup of Bandit. And we have come here, you. Ah, we have a mini. We have a mini, folks. So the mini that he sent me is of a Pascal Morabito, which I actually bought a full bottle. So I got a full bottle and a mini. But here's the mini. It's OR Noir. Are you guys familiar with this one? OR Noir. It smells amazing from the atomizer. So if you know my Pascal Morabito story, I have OR Black, which was done by the same perfumer who did Fahrenheit, Bellamy, just all of these classic fragrances. And how I missed this, I have no idea. But I bought this and absolutely loved it. Mudasir found me a bottle that has a shortened ingredient list. So it's old, but it's not the original. I think the original had a built-in sprayer, but this is still old enough where I'm very happy with it. And I loved it. And someone said, mate, if you love Pascal Morabito OR Black, try OR Noir. I know it's for women, but check it out. I think you'd really like it. And so I was like, okay. So I took the plunge. Anuj had it for pretty cheap. And here it is. Here's the full bottle. So he sent me a mini too, which is kind of cool. OR Noir Eau de Toilette. Yeah, it's a cool little travel atomizer piece. And so this is also a short ingredient list. I don't like you guys can't see that, or not properly anyways. But it's ingredients, alcohol, and parfum, and that's pretty much it. So let's take this out. Let's take a look at her. Ah, she's a beauty. Look at that. OR Noir. So, OR Noir. Pascal Morabito on the back. OR Noir Eau de Toilette on the front. And let me look up the note listing. I don't like leaving the StreamYard stream unattended. I can't see what's going on as I'm looking them up. But OR Noir Pascal. I need to set up a second monitor in here. I have one. I just need to set it up. So it's bergamot, mandarin orange, aldehydes, lily of the valley, rose, jasmine, ylang ylang, iris, gardenia, patchouli, moss, and amber. And I mean, the note listing sounded amazing. And so being that it's a vintage and being that I was so in love with OR Black, I took the plunge. Does anyone have any familiarity with OR Noir? It's from the 80s, so I'm probably going to love it. Definitely the right direction. Much better camera. I can walk you through it anytime. Just helps with lighting and color. Yes. Okay, I'll take you up on that because I am a Luddite, as they are known in the industry. I am a technological Luddite. I refuse to adapt. Alan, hello everyone. Mike B's here. Welcome. The Tom Ford Intense offerings are good, but the names are super misleading. Yes, that's what I've heard. I'd love to try Oud Wood Intense, and I think maybe there was another one. Was it Tuscan Leather Intense? Set of the Day is my second wear ever of this beauty that I completely overlooked. Which one's that? Anyone tried Tom Ford Tuscan Leather Intense? There you go. There's my answer. There's the question I was posing. Paco Rabanne Pour Homme Vintage. You did overlook that, mate. Oh, yeah. And it is a beauty. It is. It's stunning. What a fragrance that is. That right there, because I got that last bottle I unboxed, you know, a video or two, a stream or two ago. And I got it for like $35. The vintage, the raised R. I mean, nowadays, for the type of perfume that Paco Rabanne Pour Homme is, you would have to spend loads of money. You know, that would be in some niche bottle that was $350 probably. Scent of the day, Versace Man layered with oud. Beautiful. If I was going to layer, that's how I would do it, Jad, right there. There was an old flanker of Azzaro Pour Homme and had the same naming, Intense. Interesting. It's not the one that I showed. It's not the Intense that I showed the other day. It's not this one. You're saying it's a completely different fragrance. Interesting. That is misleading. That is very misleading. So we have two more from Anouge. And they're both Krizia fragrances. Can you believe that? Actually, now that I think about it, this entire haul is women's fragrances, except the freebie he sent me. But this is a Krizia fragrance. Can you guess which one it is? It is K de Krizia. So this is the 50 ml Eau de Toilette. And I went with the Splash because it was the only one that had the short ingredient list, alcohol, and K de Krizia fragrance and purified water. Well, you wouldn't want your water unpurified. How passe. And here she is. She's actually a beauty. I love Krizia fragrances, though, so I can't wait to get to know this one. There she is. K de Krizia. I think this was the very first Krizia fragrance, now that I think about it. Oh, she smells amazing from the atomizer. Can't wait to get to know that. And let's see if I can pull up the note listing here. K de Krizia. (1980), spicy floral, aldehydes, bergamot, hyacinth, neroli, peach, jasmine, narcissus, tuberose, rose, lily of the valley, iris, orchid, carnation, orange blossom, vetiver, sandalwood, musk, civet, ambergris, moss, leather, styrax, vanilla. Sounds right up my alley. And so since I know that these are getting rare, what I did is I bought the Eau de Parfum. So I got the Eau de Toilette and the Eau de Parfum in K de Krizia. And you can see the 80 proof down there. And this one says ethyl alcohol, K de Krizia fragrance, and purified water made in Italy, FPDP SPA Parma. And let's pull this bad boy out. Ah, another beauty. The color is slightly different, but another beauty. Let's take a look. Let's look at her. Let's look her over to make sure she's okay after such a long journey. She's been around the block a couple times. She's peeling a little bit, but it just means she's experienced. I can't wait to get to wear these and explore them. These are the kind of things that I like to explore nowadays rather than the new stuff. This is the kind of stuff that kind of gets me going. You know, the Eau de Parfum, the Eau de Toilette, because I really feel like I'm exploring a piece of fragrance history, you know? It's what it feels like to me. And so that's exciting. It's good stuff. This is a good little haul. Pascal Morabito, OR Noir. You want to see some first impressions? You want to see what I think of Pascal Morabito, OR Noir? See what the comments are saying. Yeah, it's completely different. It's woody, piney, sparkly, and leathery, like it more than regular oud would. Nice. I'll have to smell that one day. Like, looks like potion bottle from Hogwarts. Yes, that's right. Wake up, Anuj. He must be here for this. Does it have some emollients in it or something? I know, right? I have no clue how they did that. No clue. It's really cool, though. I mean, you can tell that someone somewhere actually put some work into something. Go figure, right? Look, you can already see it's separated again. Very cool. So Keith says it's different, that it's a different smelling fragrance, but the note listing seems to indicate it's exactly the same. Awesome. All I know is next time I wear Catalyst to work, because I wore this to work a couple weeks back. Next time I wear it to work, when you factor in the aftershave and the EDT, it's just going to be pumping off of my body. So what a haul. The first formulation of Oscar de la Renta pour Louis and K de Krizia in the Eau de Toilette and Eau de Parfum version, the baby and the mama, and then the Pascal Morabito OR Noir, and finally a backup of my Bandit, a true backup, not the fake, well, it's not fake, but it's not the one that I wanted. So yes, a good haul, a very good haul for me. It is very cool. Did you just mix that? Yeah, you're supposed to mix it, I think, before you use it. Yep. The Jad is here, man. The Jad is here. Life is great indeed. Hello, Cuban. Welcome, my friend. Amouage Enclave. I can't say I'm a fan of that one. Although I don't have a video up on the channel. I have smelled it, but I think I smelled it before I was doing videos, or maybe I smelled it and didn't do a video on it, but I was not impressed. I was not impressed with Enclave, and I was not impressed with whatever the other one that came out with Enclave, Meander. I wasn't impressed with either of those. I didn't think they were amouage fragrances. You know, they were nice, they were pleasant. They weren't amouages to me. How did the Cambodian oud work out? Yes, that's right. How did that work out, Jonathan? Yep, got to constantly work at being grateful. I'm just such a negative bastard all the time that I constantly have to remind myself to be grateful, or else I'll just be sarcastic about everything, you know. Stayed with me to the next day. Beautiful. Yep, oud does linger. It's great. Just a killer combo. Never mind how good Overture is on its own. Yeah, and Overture has some animalic notes too, so I bet when you mix the two, they were just stunning. Woke up the next day with it still hitting me in the face, sipping my coffee. Man, I'm going to try it right now and make it my scent of the night. That sounds damn good. If I had some Cambodian oud, I would do it. Jonathan backs the buy of OR Noir. Okay. We've got solid approval from the Senate. This is good stuff. That's what I like to hear. That is what I like to hear. And I got the vintage, so I'm very happy, you know, because you know when you get it from a Nuge, it's been stored properly. You don't have to worry about any of that stuff. Whole different ball game. Now you understand why I can't go back. Yes, I know what you mean, Jad. Once you start messing with the oud, it is very hard to go back. Very, very hard. The oud I'm laying with Versace Man is from Sumbawa, Indonesia. Smells like iris and sugar set on fire. That sounds amazing. For the record, OR Noir translates from French as black gold. Well, it makes sense. It is black and gold. So that's perfect. So we had OR Black and OR Noir. I'm having phone tech issues. Be right back. Oh, no. What are you wearing, Alan? What's your scent of the night? Yeah, completely different fragrance, not the one from 2015. Man, that's crazy. I can't believe they put out, I can't believe Azzaro put out 2 Azzaro Pour Homme Intenses. What? I don't think I've ever even seen the other one in a database. Let me look it up. Azzaro Pour Homme Intense. Eau de Toilette Intense from 1992, you mean? The one that's discontinued. What's that like, by the way? I didn't even realize there was a Eau de Toilette Intense. So they did kind of the same thing that Chanel did with Egoiste then, yeah? They've got the Eau de Toilette Intense version, or Chanel did Egoiste Cologne Concentré. Interesting. Yep, go get paid, Jad. Peace, man. Anuj, the man of the hour, arrives. He was probably here all this time. And I was just so late on the comments, I never even knew. Yes, welcome, Anuj. We just did your unboxing. Catalyst Aftershave has an added punch of mint note. Manly Scents 100% bang on. Weird, but kind of, that's very cool. Thank you for that. It's very kind of you. It makes sense though when you put on aftershave, you do want something slightly, you know, refreshing, and mint gives it that. Well, hockey's got to come first, man. I can't watch the hockey team that I follow anymore because the provider for my cable, which is the only place I can have here, by the way, because we're on like this master plan community or whatever. And so you can only have one cable provider. Go figure for your choice of freedoms, but you can only have one. And that one cable provider canceled the channel where I usually watch the Dallas Stars. So sometimes that's a good thing. A lot of times I'm pissed off. I don't get to watch hockey anymore. The OG indeed. What's the manliest cherry fragrance you've used? I don't think manly and cherry fragrances can go together, Science Bear. That's my initial thought that popped into my head. But honestly, all of the cherry fragrances that people hype, like those Tom Ford, electric cherries, cherry smoke, or what's that other one everyone just goes crazy for? The original, that Tom Ford Lost Cherry. Not a fan. Not a fan of any of them. Actually, I don't know if I have a single cherry. I don't know if I have a single cherry fragrance. I got to think about this. Do I have a single cherry fragrance? Let's see. Cherry. Victorious is like an $800 cherry fragrance, so that's a no. I do have one. It's a pine ward fragrance. You want to talk about it? Let's see. Maybe I can give you guys a on-the-fly impression. See, that's what you get at Channel Ram. Personalized service. If I have it, actually, I'm rolling my sleeve up like I have it. I'm going to have to dig through this sample set of Pine Wards and see. But that's probably going to be your best bet for a manly cherry fragrance, to be honest with you, dude. Came out in 2021. And it's called Gluwine. Gluhwein. Gluwine. I am that lucky bastard to get backup bottle. Yes, congratulations, Ram. Congratulations on that. Seriously. Ombre Eternal is one of my favorite Guerlain fragrances of all time. Seriously, it's so, so good. I love it. I just love the, God, I love the way it's like this ambery, ambergris, ambery, leathery orange blossom thing. You wouldn't think the orange blossom would fit. I'm usually not the biggest fan, but man, it's so good here. Or whatever they use, Neroli orange blossom. I don't know. It's beautiful. Can't wait till the 24th. Yes, that's right. All right, let's go back to Science Bear's question. You guys want to do a early impression out of the blue, since we have nothing else to do for the next 40 minutes. Let me pull it up here. Okay, so it's Pine Ward Gluwine. Let's see if I can find it first. The first step is actually finding the damn fragrance. Nope. There's going to be a lot of nopes, by the way, so just get ready. I'm going to sound like a nooge over here. Nope. 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 Steading. Nope. Bindable. Nope. 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 Let's see if I have it. Fanghorn, nope. Cotswold, nope. Mirkwood, nope. Cotswold, nope. Gristmill, nope. Nope. Reveries, nope. Fanghorn 2, nope. Triacle, nope. All right, here we go. It's the last little bunch. Alfrin, nope. Autumnal, nope. Pastoral, nope. Nocturnus, nope. Funerary, nope. Delfino, nope. Noki, nope. Boreal, nope. Apple Tabak, I don't have it. I do not have Glue Wine. That's a shame. I thought I did. The name sounds really, really familiar. My guess would be that would be the way to go. And I trust this brand, so instead of spending, you know, $350 on that crap Tom Ford calls a cherry fragrance, just blind buy Glue Wine by Pine Ward. That's my recommendation. Just grab this Pine Ward fragrance right here. I'm going to have to figure this camera out. I don't like that it's not focusing. That's a shame. I thought I had it. That is a shame indeed. That would have been a cool little one-off to do on the side. Oh well, let me put these samples back so I don't lose them. Let me put these samples back. Yep, I guess I don't. I thought I had them all, but I guess that one isn't included in the sample set. Or maybe it came out after this sample set was purchased. But I got a lot of good Pine Ward fragrances to talk about this year, I'll tell you that. It's a house worth discussing. That's how much I trust them, is I would blind buy, you know, Glue Wine by Pine Ward over any of the crap Tom Ford's putting out. Yeah, I don't have it. Sorry. It would have been a cool idea to do just a quick first impression on it. Here, I'll put the name in the comments. Glue Wine by Pine Ward. All right, let's catch up on the comments. Anyone else have any manly cherry scents for Science Bear? I think that's like an oxymoron, by the way. Like the word OR. Yep. Yep. I said nope a bunch. Now I got to say yep. Yep. Good evening, Anuj. Yep. Wonderwood by Comme des Garçons. I've smelled that, but I can't remember it. I think I had a Lucky Scent sample, to be honest with you. And I think I just drained one of those 1 ml Lucky Scent samples I hate. You like the live streams, Anuj? Good. I got a new camera. I got a new microphone coming soon. So you should be able to see me well and hear me. I need to get a second monitor in here so I can look at notes and stuff while not leaving the live stream. But we're upgrading equipment at Channel Ram. So that should be an interesting time. Can't watch the Ducks because of how bad they are. I'm with you, man. Yeah, Stars are doing good too. The Blues are my team. Man, you guys won that that Stanley Cup with that young goalie a couple years back, and I really thought that was going to be our year. Le Bleu is a cherry. I never got cherry from Le Bleu. You get cherry from Le Bleu, Eugene. L'Homme Ideal. There you go. That's the perfect recommendation. That's it. Probably the most masculine cherry you're gonna get is this L'Homme Ideal Eau de Parfum, and that's not saying much because this is not masculine. It's really not masculine. It's really sweet, and it's got that almond tonka thing going on, but it's kind of one of those date night fragrances, those sexy, date night fragrances. Yep, Margie knows. No to Tom Ford cherry perfumes. It's such a money grab. It feels like no to new Tom Ford. No to new niche houses for the most part. I'm scared to buy new Amouage, new Roja, new Creed, new Tom Ford. I mean, I won't buy any of the new stuff they're putting out. I don't trust anyone anymore. I'm like a hermit. I'm in my little, I'm like a rabbit in the rabbit hole. Occasionally I'll peek my head out, look around, and be like, nope, and go back down. Blend 30 has a sour cherry note. Really? I never remembered that, Jonathan. That's interesting. I'll have to check. I'll have to keep that in mind next time I wear it. That's it. Does the Extreme have a cherry note too? Which one's better, the Extreme? The Extreme or the Eau de Parfum? I think I would take the Extreme because I like the tobacco and the plum. But this is usually the one that gets the most hype. I think it's a little bit more, designer-esque. Well, they're both designer-esque, but I think this one is maybe like a good starter. This is a good starter perfume for someone that wants to step out of Bleu de Chanel and Sauvage and stuff like that. This is a great starter perfume to kind of set them on the path of exploring Guerlains, Wasser might be single-handedly responsible for the cherry trailblaze. Yeah, that's true. That's a very good point. La Petite Robe Noire, I don't own any of. I mean, I know the DNA, but I don't own any of them. They probably have 10,000 flankers. Manly Cherry, vote for Calm Chilam by Stefan Humbert Lucas. Never smelled it, but that is a brand I want to explore more. There were some kind perfume god people that sent me some blind samples, and in one of them was a Stefan Humbert Lucas, and it was called Oud 777, I think, and I really liked that. It had this ambery, reminded me a little bit of like Ambre Presso or, like one of those high-end ambers, but with oud, with Middle Eastern style oud is very good. Eugene is correct. Vassar is the cherry king. Yeah, you guys hit that right away. I forgot all about that. 1992 Azaro Portman Intense EDT instead of EDP from 2015 was a woody chypre, lavender, anise, juniper, artemisia, basil, lemon, Gannett, oak moss, geranium, vetiver, amber, sandalwood, patchouli. Sounds amazing. When did it get discontinued? Because 1992, that was also the time that that Chanel was, putting out stuff like Egoist Cologne Concentrate, if memory serves. So that Cologne Concentrate EDT Intense thing must have been in the air. I like the Extreme too. I think the Extreme is a little better fragrance because of the tobacco and the plum. I prefer the Extreme. I think this is actually the best version of L'Homme Ideal for me, because it's got that tobacco and plum and heliotrope, if memory serves, if my nose serves. I think it's heliotrope. Oud Luwak. I still want to smell that. Babouche, welcome. It's good to see you. Ambre Eternal is a beast to be tamed. It took a dozen wearings to understand. Dude, I would wear this 100 times in a row before I ever wear Santal Royale again. I think I might sell I think I might sell. Where'd it go? I might have just thrown it out. I was so upset with it. Oh, here it is. Yeah, Santal Royale. I think I might sell this. Honestly, I don't think I can wear this. I think Santal Royale might have to go. Just that lighting is driving me nuts. It's just, oh, God. I really do not like Santal Royale. This might be the worst perfume Guerlain's ever put out, honestly. I would wear Ombre Eternal a million times out of a million over Santal Royale. This is so good. It's unbelievable they discontinued this Ombre Eternal and they kept this. You know, like one of the worst fragrances I've ever smelled, they keep. And it's like a bestseller for them. I'll never understand modern perfume. For me, Lominia Intense Guerlain smells like cherry almond soda vibes with spicy leather. Yes, you're right, Lewis. You're exactly right. It does. It does have that. Honestly, I love soda vibes in perfume, though. That's something I've learned. We talked a little bit about that last time when I mentioned a Scotta Magnetism having a little bit of a purple cola vibe. Someone told me there's a bottle of this on eBay for $900. $900. It's all hype. I mean, it just goes to show it's all about hype. And that means people are listening to the hype, thinking they have a gold mine on their hands, putting it on eBay for almost $1,000. When I just bought a vintage first version of Oscar de la Renta Pour Louis for $30. I mean, you know, the value for vintage perfumes, if you're willing to look, is out there. But you got to look. You have to go your own way, and you cannot just follow the hype. I mean, this is a great fragrance. But if you pay $900 for this, you're an absolute pervert. You deserve to be an outcast, sent to the nether regions, never to return. Hey, Josie, welcome. Noir Ombre by Low Dissy, Scent of the Night. Never smelled it. Never smelled it, Daniel. Rouge Trafalgar is a good strawberry cherry. Can you put the word good in front of Rouge Trafalgar with a straight face, Eugene? That's a lot of nope copyright infringements. You're right. Yeah, you're spot on, man. You've got that copyrighted for sure. Anyone tried Armani Prove Mur Imperial? I have not, Ajay, no. The only Armani I was forced to buy is a 2014 bottle of Bois d'Encens, which I think is the best, one of the best natural smelling incenses you can buy. The only problem is it only lasts about 30 minutes, maybe an hour. Call it an hour. Call it an hour. I don't think no matter how low I make this light, I don't think you guys will be able to see the bottle. Man, that's frustrating. I'm going to have to work on that. But yes, Bois d'Encens. Bois d'Encens is one of the best natural smelling incenses, but you just have to continue to respray. It does not last whatsoever. Excellent modern Chypre. Babouche, sadly, I only have a scant decant of it. Love to find a bottle for a decent price. Nice. I may have to get that one, Eugene. I've been considering it for a while. Yes, that's right. That's what Eugene's here for. January 24th is right around the corner. First time when I tried Ombre Eternal, it smelled to me like just ash. After a couple wearings, it just clicked. Now I love it, man. Honestly, I am in love with Ombre Eternal. And this was thanks to Natalia. Natalia found this for me at a very Moudasir had this for more than 4 times what she was asking for it. 4 times. And Moudasir is very fairly priced. I mean, he doesn't F around. He prices his bottles to move, you know, and he had it at 4. He might still have the bottle because it was pretty high. I think it was like $400. And yeah, she found it for under 100 for me. So shout outs to Natalia. Treacle by Pine Ward is amazing. Okay, that's on the list. All of them are on the list to talk about, actually. That's a brand I really want to hop into for 2023. There's my comment. If you're interested, if you forced me to blind buy a cherry fragrance, that's the one I would do right now. Because from what I know about the brand of Pine Ward, I really like them. Like if you're a fan of Old Slumber House or something like that, I think you would really like Pine Ward. First few times in Amber Now, the animalic ambergris had my stomach churning. Felt like a living being on my skin. I love it. You know I love animalic scents, Eugene. I would turn it up. I would turn the animalics up. You want to talk about a fragrance you could layer with oud? Like if you had some pure oud oil, put the oud oil down, then spray Ombre Eternal on top, that ambergris with the oud. Oh my God. Oh, it is so beautiful. Huge fan. Ram Bam. Thank you, ma'am. That's right. That's copyrighted, by the way. Been impressed with most of Pine Yard, but if I'm honest, a few of them came off muddy and fell apart in the dry day. Ah, that's too bad. I only tried one. I only have a video on one, so much more to come. If cherry notes are in manly scents, then Baccarat Rouge 540 is the manliest. Yeah, I hate Baccarat Rouge 540. One of my colleagues bought it, and she knows I'm into perfume, and she sent me a picture of just a MFK box. I couldn't tell which one it was. And as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh, no, you bought Baccarat Rouge 540, didn't you? She was like, yep. And I was like, ugh. And she was like, I know, I'm a sheep. I was like, yes, you are. I don't get cherry from Low Blur. Yeah, I don't either, Josie, but Eugene is the that's a good point. Yes, even something that came out a decade ago or whatever it is now seems amazing compared to the shit they're putting out today. I'll have to look for cherry next time I wear Le Bleu. Are you in Dallas? I'm in Dallas-Fort Worth. Yeah. I'm in Dallas-Fort Worth, not Dallas, but the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, which is damn big. Amen, Pure Havan. There you go. That's a good one, Ram. Good thinking. Yes. Yes, I second that. I second that as far as manly cherries go. Yes, agreed. One of the best cherries. One of the best cherry tobaccos. Yeah, good shout out. Cherry almond marzipan. Ah, we got a spammer. I need to give someone the wrench. I need to give some of you good, fine folks who regularly visit Channel Ram one of the wrenches so you can get rid of the spammers. Extreme all day. You mean the this one, the Extreme? Yes, for sure. Food 777 was such a great frag, Rachel says. Yes, it was. And I only discovered it a couple months back thanks to a kind perfume god person that wishes to remain anonymous. It was great to discover. I enjoyed it. That right there is a great example of what a good first impression of a house will do, because that was the very first Stefan Humbert Lucas fragrance I smelled, and it made me want to smell more, you know? Blend 30 cherry tobacco, I think. I had Blend 30 on my hand one day. Asked my mom what she smelled. She said it smells like pipe tobacco. She can really discern notes. There you go, Terry. Yeah, Jonathan mentioned the same thing. So Blend 30 might have a cherry tobacco. I never got the cherry part, but that doesn't mean it's not there. Maybe I'll get it next time I wear it. I always look out for stuff like that. Yes, awesome Rex. Awesome Rex indeed. It's funny how this stream turned into a cherry recommendation stream, especially with all the talk around Lost Cherry. I fucking hate Lost Cherry. I hate all of that shit Tom Ford is doing with the cherries. I would honestly blind buy this glue wine, but the state of the perfume industry, my God. I mean, I was thinking about this the other day. They really did it to themselves, honestly. So these houses that are, you know, that we give so much shit to for the path they're going on, they did it to themselves. I mean, I don't feel sorry for them one bit. They went down this road on their own 100%. And so now they're reaping the sour fruit, you know. It's sour fruit that they planted. I didn't smell that one, Eugene, but the one that everyone else loved, Oud Cole, which was like, you know, I heard people say, oh, it's the most complex oud fragrance I've ever smelled. It smells like complete trash to me. I was so disappointed, and that's one of the worst Guerlains I've ever smelled, right up there with Santal Royale. Santal Royale and Oud Cole are two of the worst Guerlain fragrances I've ever smelled, ever, of all time. Of all time. Hands down. Are those new Fortin Manleys any good? I'm a fan of the brand, but I've been hesitant to try. Never smelled a Fortin Manley. Believe it or not, I never have. Keep that Santal Royale, spray it from far away. Absolutely, absolutely not. I spray like about this far. Usually. I'm usually pretty close. I don't do the whole far away thing. Let's see. Where, yeah, this is a normal spray for Ram. That's a normal spray. I like to have the juice on my hand, you know. I like to be able to break it down. This is a great winter scent, by the way. If you're a fan of Antoine Lee's work, oh, it's so good. I actually think I prefer this to Rien. I think I've completely come around. At first, I thought I preferred Rien, and I thought there's no reason to own a bottle of this. And the more I wore that sample someone sent me, I almost killed the 2 ml sample someone sent me. I was like, I just had to get a bottle. I just had to. It's so good. And I got it for a very fair price, so I'm happy, very happy with that. One of my favorite ELDOs. You love Santal Royale, Jonathan. Well, good for you, man. I mean, you got to wear what you love. I just can't. I can't come around to it, man. I don't know what it is. Something with the rose or the fruity note. It just smells so synthetic, like the most synthetic fragrance I've ever smelled. I guess there's some fans of Santal Royale. One in, one out for those Absolute Orient. Okay, interesting. Yeah. Late Harvest and Amber Absolutely are the best from Fortin Manley. But though haven't tried any else from them. Okay, so Amber Absolutely is Amber Absolutely. Yeah, that's on my wish list from Fortin Manley. There's a couple of them I want to smell. Mr. Bojnikov's Purple Hat, I think, is another one. 40 Thieves is another one. Yep, that's a brand I'd love to dive into, but they're not very cheap. I'll tell you that. Hibiscus flower oil is a big part of original Coca-Cola recipe. That's what triggers soda scents in the brain. Interesting. Thanks for sharing that, Nabil. I like little tidbits like that. I probably will never remember it, but thanks for sharing. That's good stuff. Hibiscus flower oil. So when I make my Ramsey fragrance, I'll have to remember to add some of that in there. Try moving the light to the side. Okay, let's give this a shot. Let's give this light from the side a shot. Now I feel like it's not focusing. Okay, there we go. Aha, light from the side. Rachel's a genius. I feel like I need, once I get my second light and we can actually light this place up but properly, we'll have a true studio, a perfume studio. Hey, a perfume studio. Hey, Sonny, welcome, my friend. Good to see you. Mur Imperial is very nice. I don't think I know Mur Imperial. Mur Imperial. Ah, Giorgio Armani. Yes, no, I don't. I don't know that one. But I will put it on the to sniff list. Myrrh, pink pepper, saffron, benzoin, and woods. I feel like I need to set this second monitor up so I can do both. I got to leave the stream to go look at notes now. Love Amber. Amber, absolutely. Still would like a bottle. My favorite is Bojnikov, though. That's Peter Carter's, too, from Fragrance View. Bois d'Encens and Nuit de Feu are both great for incense. Yeah, Nuit de Feu is very good. I think Nuit de Feu is my favorite Louis Vuitton fragrance of all time. But this is pretty damn good, too, I must admit. I'm really falling in love with this Rien Intense Incense. You know why? It has that. This is why I'm wondering if this is also an Antoine Lee. I know he did Rien, but I don't know who did the flanker. But it feels like Antoine Lee because it has that castoreum animalic feel that you get in L'air de l'Exquise. It gives it this vintage vibe. You know, there's hints of Antaeus in here. I know it's crazy to say. I know. And it's nowhere near the greatness of Antaeus, but there are hints. And Antoine Lee leaves these little breadcrumbs to vintage fragrances, like I said, with Desandras and Devon. And it's not one for one. It's only the first hour or so, and then Devon kind of goes in its own direction. But yes, Antoine Lee, I really feel, leaves these little breadcrumbs to vintage fragrances. So for me, this is like one of my favorite niches right now because it reminds me of a vintage perfume. You know, it really does. It reminds me of my true love, my vintage perfume love. So you smell the new cherry scents from Tom Ford? Hell no. No, I'm not interested in those at all. I mean, if they sent it to me, I would review it, bash the shit out of it, and then probably sell them. But no, I'm not into those Tom Ford cherries at all, Sonny. Ombre Eternal will be a pretty easy wear. I struggle more with Queer Intense. I love Queer Intense. Queer Intense and Ombre Eternal and Encens Mythique and the original one, Songe d'un Bois de Et, are my favorite. Does the Midnight Stroll project and is it linear? Yes, it is linear. And does it project? What do you think, Eugene? I think it projects respectably. I mean, it's not going to blow anyone away, but I think it's a really good incense. It's incense and cypress, and I think a little bit of cade oil or something, if memory serves. A Midnight Stroll. So here's the thing about Gucci. One thing that you guys should know. Yeah, it's cypress, frankincense, and cade juniper wood. So the creative director, his name was Alessandro something or other. He is now gone. So the guy that did all of these Gucci's, the guy that did stuff like this, which of course we all know and love now, Gucci Guilty Absolute, right? He's gone. He's out. So there's going to be a new person coming into Gucci. I forget. I think it's a woman. I forget her name. God, this is so good. I love Gucci Guilty Absolute. Makes me want to wear it tomorrow, but I've got a big meeting. I probably shouldn't. But I really feel like I want to. So usually when a new creative director like that comes in, they want to leave their own mark. They want to leave their stamp on things. So what happens to stuff like this? Goodbye. They discontinue stuff. They bring their own stuff in, you know? So if there are Gucci fragrances that you love, now would be the time to, I would say, stock up. In my humble opinion. And I do think this is a very good incense. As far as like modern incense fragrances go, incense that was issued in the last 10 years, I would say, out and out incense, not like Jubilation 25 where there's an incense note, but out and out incense fragrances of the last 10 years, this and Nuit de Fa are probably the two best. If you go maybe 10 years back before that, then you could include stuff like Andy Towers, Incense Extreme, and, you know, stuff like that. Bois d'Encens by Armani. So, you know, there's some really good incense out there. If you already own some of the ones I mentioned, do you need this? Probably not. But it's a very good incense. I'm a big fan. Big fan. I know I'm a sheep. Yes, you are. I am a sheep. I'm a ram. Talking about animalics, Aries Ladore, Royal Musk, and Musk de Taif Atars are worth getting. Is that the new ones? I'm just not an Attar guy, man. I just can't do it. MS is very loud, Enrique, and it's more linear than it is complex. Mad Lad stuffed it with deer musk grains and musk pod skin. Russian Adam. Yeah, he's the man. Azaro Intense. Is this the proper Azaro Intense? The one we were talking about earlier, or the vintage that I didn't even know existed until a couple minutes ago? Azaro Porom Intense from 2015. To be fair, it's a very good modern perfume. This is what modern perfume should, you know, just for an easy wear. I think it's pretty good. It still gives like a nod to the past. It's what a flanker should be. I think that blend 30 means the tobacco blend. Like if you went into a tobacco, yes, I think you're right. I think you're exactly right. I get a lot of tobacco and hay, and sometimes tobacco and hay kind of smell like the same thing. And Dunhill, that's actually how Dunhill got their start. They were a tobacconist. I don't know how to really say. I can't say I've ever been to a tobacconist, but yes, that's what they were. Huge purveyor of tobacco. Yep. Oud Kohl won't be available here. Good. Get rid of it. It is absolutely horrendous. I can't believe they even put that out. Like, to have the temerity, to have the gall to put this out. Oh my God. It was so bad. Wait, this isn't it. I think it's gone. Ah, yes, here it is. Oh, it's so shite. It's so shite. So shite. I hated it. And what sucks about my early impression of Oud Kohl is that I did an amazing unboxing, a vintage unboxing from Italy, where I unboxed some crazy stuff. Vintage Jack's Fat green water in like the real OG formula. This fragrance is popular for having the most Neroli of any fragrance ever of all time. And Neroli is a very expensive note. So I unboxed some stuff like this, which is just rare as hen's teeth, you know, and a couple other things. And, you know, 200 mil shaker of Bellamy vintage, eau de cologne, Chanel. He found me some outrageous stuff. Chanel Quiderusi. And but it's hidden in that Oud Kohl, this freaking Oud Kohl video. It's like Oud Cole Early Impression, which no one gives a shit about anymore because it sucks. And that Guerlain, or that Amazing Unboxing, which is hidden. It's like a gem inside of a shitty video. Cole's Oud, yes, exactly. If Cole's sold an Oud, spray far away, waste fragrances. Yeah, I don't know what you're doing there, Eugene. Just get it right up on you. Oh, I love Rien Intense Incense, man. Fort and Manleys are fantastic. Yes, I'd love to get to know them, Joseph. Centaur Royale is a chemical bomb. Spraying after will disperse a lot of that. Yes, it will. I only own 2 Guerlain, Sange du Bois de Et and Santal Paurosa, but I'm open to smell and buy more. I love Sange. Santal Paurosa, I've never smelled. It's all right. Centaur Royale ain't special, mediocre at best. Yeah, I don't like how chemically it is. I just can't stomach it, at least not yet. Maybe it'll turn around for me one day, but for now, it's a thumbs down for me. One of the first to introduce niche, nice, along with like La Tizane and stuff like that. Gucci Intense Oud or Santal Royale? Gucci Intense Oud, for sure. No question about it. Gucci Intense Oud. I would take Gucci Intense Oud over Santal Royale any day of the week. Plus the bottle's pretty cool. Yeah, hands down, man. I mean, this is one of these ouds that I could wear like Versace Pour Homme Oud Noir or you know, Tom Ford Oud Wood, or like you just want to wear a designer oud. There's nothing wrong with this. It's funny if you go watch like old videos from 5 years ago or whenever it came out, people are hyping this up like the #1 winter fragrance for 2018 or, you know, whatever it is. And I'm just like, Jesus. But it's not bad. It's definitely not as bad as Santal Royale. Ugh. Good night, Rachel. Good seeing you. Thanks for being here. I'm going to have to run soon, too. Don't worry. I gave away my sample of Santal Royale. No, save your nose. Save your nose, Ram. Does anyone recommend Bois Mysterio? It's the same. Honestly, it's the same. Same thing for me. I've got them both. I've got Bois Mysterio and I have Sange, and they're the exact same thing. Well, maybe not exact same, but they're close enough where I wouldn't go pay, you know, because the people that have bottles of Sange think they're sitting on like a gold mine. You know, they want like $700. Don't go do that. Don't go pay $600-700 for a sealed Sange when you can get this for $100 at discounters. I would just buy Bois Mysterio, honestly. That's my 2 cents. That is my 2 cents. I'm surprised Santal Royale outsells Bois. Oh, I'm totally surprised. Yeah, this is probably one of Thierry Vassar's best works, Bois Mysterio. It's got that spiciness to it. It's got the leather, which I love. It doesn't necessarily have oud, but it has that leather. And I was worried this was going to be discontinued. There was a rumor they were discontinuing this for a while, and then nothing ever happened of it. So I stocked up on a backup. I'm glad I have a backup, though. Bojnikov Smoky Lavender. It sounds really good. All right, T-minus 10 minutes, and then I got to run. Yeah, the re-release of Sange du Bois de Et. Very good. I love them both. We fell down the cherry rabbit hole. We did. How did we even get there? Cherry is not a note that I necessarily think, like when I think of notes that I want in my perfume, cherry is not ever one that comes to mind. Like, I want a cherry note in my fragrance. No. Although I could see it in like a woman's targeted fragrance being kind of playful, sexy, that kind of thing. But for the usual masculine stuff that I like to go for, No cherry for me. Yes to Bois Mastidio, indeed. Oh, the Castoreum in L'air de l'Exquise is like, it's like mind-melting good. I mean, it is unbelievable. I think it's some of the best Castoreum I've smelled since Antaeus. I mean, it is shocking. I have no clue how they did it. You know, whatever Castoreum Absolute. And that's the reason why, as much as I like Desandras, I think I'll forever prefer La de l'Exquise, because just the way that they did that rose, patchouli, animalics, you know, with the resins in the base, it's just, it's the perfect rose patchouli for me, man. Blast that meeting with Gucci Guilty Absolute. They're going to think I just came in from a hospital, bandages everywhere. Oh, although I do really want to wear this. It's been a long time since I've worn it. You have to really like Incense. Like, it's simple. It's not, don't think because it's in a fancy Gucci bottle, it's complex. It's not. It's Incense. It's Incense and cypress and a little bit of Cade, and that's it. I mean, it's very, very simple. It's well done, but it's simple. Yeah, it's sad to see the old guy go, you know, the creative director that kind of put Gucci back on the map with this and took a chance, you know. They took a big chance with Gucci Guilty Absolute. So yes, it's bittersweet because it's sad to see him go. Thank you for the correct spelling. I was too lazy to check. Did you like Amouage 53? I haven't smelled it yet, Enrique. I've never smelled it. If you like incense frags, dive into Filippo Scorcianelli. Never smelled him, Joseph. Never smelled him. Greetings from Baghdad. Sent to the day with Jezebel from Ankakush. Never smelled an Ankakush, but let me know how it is. It sounds interesting. It's a house that I've heard of and would like to smell one day. I should have reworded that. My intro into niche. Ah, yes. What are your thoughts on Tuscany by Aramis? I love it. I absolutely love it. You mean this one? Tuscany per Uomo. Now, one of my favorite, you know, anise heavy fougères. Oh, God. And it dries down to this leather. It's so perfect for Texas weather because I like to wear this in the heat. For me, this is a when it's hot fragrance. There's just something about that fougère DNA, but this has that anise. I'll tell you what, if you like this shoegazer, I'll give you a unicorn to hunt. And Anuj kind of whet my appetite. I did a video on this, but if you ever find Ebene de Balmain, it's a very hard to find vintage masculine. When you find it, it's $300, $400, $500 easy. But if you like Tuscany per Uomo, to me, this is the perfect embodiment of Tuscany per Uomo. It's classy. It's got a little stronger. It feels like the notes like molecularly blend together better here for me. When I wore it, that's the impression I got, that I need a bottle of this. The leather was also turned up, and I love leather. So yes, if you want to hunt something harder to find, Ebene de Balmain is in your wheelhouse if you love Tuscany per Uomo. Bois Mysterieux gives me a bit of a cadaver smell. A dead body? I don't get dead body interference. Are you one of those people that works on at a morgue? Can't say I know what a cadaver smells like. Dolce & Gabbana Poro made in Italy version is what I'm looking for now. Yes, good one. Grab it while you can. Bulgari La Gem perfumes any good? I have the one that's called oh God. Man, my brain is just shot. I'm gonna have to go soon. Bulgari. It's the only one that I thought was worth grabbing, and I ended up getting it at a very fair price from a friend. It's called Le Gem Falcar. So Falcar is really good. It smells like a Louis Vuitton fragrance because it's a Jacques Cavalier. It's black musk, saffron, leather, and Bangladeshian oud, which I can't say I'm too familiar with. But yes, it is. It's good. It's very good. Thoughts on Slumber House? I've never tried a Slumber House. I'm completely in the dark. I'd love to. I believe Samir carries that Ebene. Really? Samir has Ebene de Balmain. That's a rare one. I'm going to have to look into that. The best honey fragrance ever. Well, that spot is reserved for Hugo Boss #1, Ali, for me. But I hear you. I hear what you're saying. Is that a vintage bottle? It is. Yeah, if you can find the one with the star on the bottom and Tuscany on the side, that's what you want. And this little black ring gives it away as well. Although here's a little taste of knowledge, of vintage knowledge. This used to be called Etruscan before they renamed it to Tuscany. So if you ever find a bottle of Etruscan, you have a really old bottle of this. Band-Aids on steroids. So they smell like Gucci Guilty Absolute. Hey, Ram, just got Enjoy from Jean Patoun sprayed on the back of my hand. Love that Indolic goodness. Going to give it a full wearing. Nice. Good to hear it, Abraz. Yeah, it's one of the best Indolic florals I've ever smelled. How does Tuscany compare to Azzaro Pour Homme? Ooh, that's probably a PhD level question there, Shoegazer. Honestly, I think if memory serves, Tuscany is brighter. There were more like sunny, bright notes. Like look at the color of the juice of Tuscany per Uomo, and then look at the color of the bottle of Azzaro Pour Homme. That's the best way I can describe it. Like this really does feel brighter, yellower, sunnier, you know, slightly greener. I think there's basil and stuff like that in here. Whereas to me, this feels a little darker, a little heavier on the anise, you know, all that good stuff. So check them out. They're both, I think they're both, I think this was definitely inspired by this. Let's put it that way. So, well, I appreciate everybody allowing me to test my new camera out on you guys. I'm glad it's a hit. That makes me extremely happy. And just can't wait to get the new mic in. I'm going to have to set up a second monitor, though. I need to where I can go back and forth with Parfumo. Although I guess I could always use my phone. But I like using the old computer. So I still have some work to do. But I appreciate you guys bearing with me, and I'm glad that the new camera is a hit. And thanks to everybody who joined. Appreciate the support, and have a great night, everybody. I gotta get a full night's sleep because I got big meetings tomorrow, so I'm gonna go ahead and run. But thanks for watching, everybody. Peace out, indeed. Cheers, guys. Catch you next time. Bye bye.